Hello and welcome to POWERBOOST. And hopefully you are ready to go back to the basics, because today we are going to experience peace. And I remember when I was not meditating, that was something I was really wanting to experience, but I didn't know how to go into that space. And I needed to have some knowledge. I needed to have first experience of the inner peace. And after that, I realized, wow, this is something I am able to experience by myself. Because before, I always thought that only way to experience peace is that everyone around me, they are peaceful. And then also there's not so much deadlines. Everything is easy and nice. And that's why I wanted to go to holidays also in order to experience peace. But then came Raja Yoga understanding. And this knowledge is teaching so clearly that I am a peaceful being. And this point is amazing, because this peace is not limited peace. This peace is eternal, it is permanent, and there is always accessibility to this peace. Only one thing I need to do to clarify myself: who am I? And who am I not? And this knowledge very easily and clearly teaches that there is like two types of consciousness. There is the consciousness which is higher, which is based on truth, which is based on who I truly am originally, a spiritual, invisible being of light. And my old way of believing who am I is based on the body, the role, the character. And that is called ego. And this is something what has happened to all of us, because nowadays we don't have generally this wisdom. When we go to school, when we grow older, we don't get this information, and if we do get, we are very, very lucky. But now when we receive this information, now we can start to use it, and anyone can use it, and it is just a matter of 1 second that we are able to tap into that inner peace. And opposite of that is the ego consciousness. And ego is always empty. Soul, the spiritual being, is always full. And because ego has now hijacked our seat, this is my seat here. The one who is the spiritual being is supposed to be the king of the self, king of the inner kingdom of the mind and subconscious mind. But now when the ego has hijacked this my seat, that's why my whole inner kingdom is completely messed, or at least confused. And this is something what we can change. We can put the original self, the spiritual self, sit in the seat. And this original self is naturally peaceful. And when this natural peace is experienced, then there is no need to have desire for peace. Because ego is always wanting peace, searching peace, trying to get peace. And then it's always running somewhere. And then I'm trying a little bit more. But ego is always empty. Ego can never experience peace and contentment because ego is full of desires and expectations, and that is natural for ego. But luckily, we are not an ego. So this is very helpful that when we are noticing that mind is very disturbed or full of desires or very angry or negative, stressed, then we just realize that now ego is using my mind. It's not me who is angry. No, it is ego who is angry. Ego who feels anxiety. I am a spiritual being of light, always in bliss, always peaceful. And this is amazing because this is the truth of every one of us. And this is something we are going to explore now in our meditation. So we can sit comfortably. And we start by reminding the self that this is something very, very easy, very natural. Because we are not trying to become something. We are just letting go of something we are not. And what is left? A peaceful, blissful being of light. So first, clarity is needed. Clarity of who am I and who am I not. Body is not me. Body belongs to the physical world. And the spiritual being of light belongs to the world of light. Human being is a nice word. And we need to get to know this being much better. This being of peace, pure, beautiful, powerful being. And this spiritual being is living inside this body, but never becoming part of the body. Body is always separate. Being is using the body, using the senses of the body. And body is a great gift. Without that, we could not have human experience in the human world. Now, we only need to check that this spiritual being is properly awake. Because it is either ego who is awake or spiritual being. So there is either fullness or emptiness, clarity or confusion. And our original, eternal self is angelic, not just peaceful, but full of all the virtues and powers. Very beautiful, very wise. And this original self is completely clear that it's not possible to own anything from the physical dimension, not even the body, because this being is eternal. And everything, including the body, in this physical dimension is temporary. So not to put this label, I or my, into something what is constantly changing or ending. But now we are remembering who we are. We tap into this blissful peace. This is very natural and easy. Nothing or no one can disturb us because I am a peaceful being. Peace is something what I am. And this peace is constant, permanent states of the soul. And I just need to accept this wonderful truth that I don't need to search anymore peace. It is ego who is constantly trying to find peace from somewhere out there. But peace is not there. And that's why ego can never become satisfied. I just have to stop running. Remember who I am. And experience this inner peace. This is my birthright. Peace is true religion of the beings. This is something what all of us we are. We are a family of peaceful beings. And this peace is not dry. This peace is full of enthusiasm and happiness. It is a lovely experience. This peace is full of beauty. And there is the feeling of being complete, full, and perfect. Then it is real peace, soul-based peace. And after some time, it is time to visit again in the physical dimension and to play a role through the body. And when the role is played from spiritual consciousness, then everything is changing. Because then I come into action from space of peace and contentment. Om Shanti. Om means I am, and Shanti, peaceful being. Thank you.